Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Talking Bullion. Well, today I want to do something a little bit different. I want to talk about our coinage, our beautiful 90% silver, and throw a question out there that I don't necessarily know the answer to, but I thought it'd be fun to talk about it and get some comments from the rest of you on what you think about it. So why don't we go ahead and take a look. Alright, so what we see here is our great 90% silver. I've got a roll of Washington quarters and a roll of Barber dimes that I pulled out to kind of demonstrate my point. So if we take a look at these, and we look at these quarters, look at how wore down they are. Look at how many packets, how many vending machines. I mean, that quarter has had some use. And if you look at most of these, we can see that they are very wore down. And here's a 42, a 51, 41. But look at these Barber dimes. I mean, these things are paper thin. I mean, look at the wear on these things. Look at the circulation. How long were these in circulation? How long were they used? And it got me thinking, why doesn't our modern day coins ever look like this? Right, we can see here, if I keep going through these Barber dimes, these things are not much left on them, and how thin. I mean, if you could feel them in your hand, you can feel that they're really, really thin. And so I got to thinking, why? Why does our coinage from back when we were circulating silver look so wore down, but today's modern coins don't? So let me show you something here. Alright, so here we go. Here's some modern day pocket change. I don't want to mix these up, of course. 90% silver. Nothing except a quarter, worth a quarter. Worth way more than a quarter. Just a quarter. But look at these. Even the dimes, quarters, even the cents. Where's any wear on these things? How come none of these? And here's even an older one. What's this one? A 79. How come the 79 doesn't look like this? I mean, how did these come about to stay in circulation for so long that they got wore down so much that, you know, that they lost a lot of their look because they're just worn down. So I don't know the answer to this. I just wondered if you may know the answer to this. How come our modern day never looks like this? How come all of our old coins are all really wore down unless somebody pulled them out and kept them, and you know, they'd be used and you pay a ton of money for them, right? But especially these dimes. These dimes are really, really thin. So I'm just, I started thinking the other day when I saw my pocket change, how come I never come across anything that looks like this from, you know, a few years ago. So I did come across an article, and I was reading it, and one of the comments they made inside there was that this article is called The Great U.S. Mint Silver Coin Swindle from Coin Week. It's actually a pretty good article. Take the time to read it. In this article, it says, in the post-World War II era, there were several years where the total annual mintage of a given date and mint mark combination was relatively low across various denominations. This reflected the fact that the Federal Reserve System routinely recycled older coins back into circulation and only ordered new coins from the mint when the current demand exceeded the recycled supply. So that was interesting because that kind of maybe helps to answer the question, why are these wore down so much? And according to this article, it's because they routinely recycle them back into circulation unless they were really wore out or damaged. So maybe that's why. Maybe because there's a program to recycle But, you know, define worn out, I guess. Because I would say some of these things, especially on these Barber dimes, now these would have been, you know, way before World War II, right? But it would have been the Mercury dimes at that point. Or really, the Roosevelt dimes would have been, the Mercury / Roosevelt would have been around the same time frame. But you just don't ever pull, you don't ever see a Roosevelt dime in circulation that looks like this. Now, could it be also the content of the coin, the clad version, that they just don't wear like the silver did? Maybe these are so durable that if this coin went through the exact same life cycle this coin did, all the vending machines, all the paying for change for your groceries, maybe if these two went through the exact same life cycle, this one would still look a lot better because of the content and what it's made out of. I hadn't considered that until now, but that's possible and probably more likely, right? Silver, these are 90% silver and 10% copper. Softer, maybe not as durable, maybe not as hard as the content of what these clay coins are made out of. So anyway, that's what I wanted to ask. Just kind of a thought-provoking question. Why does our old coinage look like this, and our modern-day stuff look like it's most of it's hardly been used? This one's 2021. Oh, that's a Washington crossing Delaware. Got my pocket change. It's pretty cool. But, you know, I picked up a couple a little bit older quarters, and you can tell that they're older, but they don't look like these ones do. So, like these older 90%ers. So, yeah, that's my thought-provoking question of the day. Why was our older 90% silver so wore down, the stuff in circulation, when today's stuff in circulation is not? If you have any thoughts, let me know below. That's it for now. Thank you for watching, and always remember, let's keep talking bullion.